Good morning, good evening, good night, good wherever you are around the world tuning in to December's edition of SingularityNET Insiders. It's wonderful to do this recording for you. It's fantastic to generally get together and celebrate all our enormous achievements of 2022 with a little look forward to 2023. Thank you, as always, to all of you in the community who are watching, to all of you who support us, who like us, who tweet us, who retweet us, and all of you who are just even there for us quietly in the background. We appreciate every single one of you, and we never forget that you are the wind beneath our wings, and we do it all for you. So thank you for joining us and wishing you a very happy holidays wherever you are around the world. Many of our teams celebrate the Christian holidays, many of our teams don't. And so it'll be business as usual for much of SingularityNET right through this holiday season, which is one of the great advantages of having a remote, globally distributed team. There's always somebody on, and there's usually somebody celebrating as well. So we get to celebrate with each other, but we also get to keep the home fires burning while some of us take a rest and take a break. So welcome to the December edition. As I said, we've got a beautiful lineup for you today. We're going to run through, each of our pod leaders are going to give an update on their favorite achievements and highlights of 2022 and what we're most looking forward to in 2023. And 2022 has been an enormous year for us at SingularityNET. As you know, those of you who have been watching month after month, and I'm very grateful for your engagement. We made really huge progress in our core technologies on AGI, particularly on the platform on the Cardano port. And Matt, Alexey, Andre, Anand, Sergey are going to talk you through these. But big, very, very high level highlights for me. Of course, we introduced the meta programming language, which in such a short space of time is going from strength to strength and getting great feedback from everybody who uses it. We introduced the Phi code on platform, which Matt is going to talk to you about. We completed an AI DSL real world test use case proof of concept. And we built out 30 AI agents, either upgraded or new, on the SingularityNET platform. So a lot of work on the AGI front, as well as, of course, our very popular and our very, very well received AGI 22 conference this year. On the platform side, we've been extremely productive. We built the AGIX ADAC converter bridge in Q1, Q2 of this year. We've launched and are running the loyalty airdrop and built our own loyalty airdrop portal to organize that. And we rolled out supportive training models for AI agents on the platform. And those are really, in some senses, just the tip of the iceberg, while the team is always working away beneath the surface to ensure that we've got fully safe, fully secure, fully audited, fully high functioning, a high performing platform at all times. We're looking forward, of course, in 2023 to more progress on the SingularityNET platform in Cardano, and we'll be talking about that shortly. And then alongside our core tech, we made some really great progress. We launched deep funding, and Dianne will be talking a little bit about that. We're now in our second round, and our first group of deep funding participants are really starting to benefit from and really starting to thrive and flourish from their first round of funding. The project teams were initiated and they're all busy squirreling away, building their AI, and some of it's coming onto the platform in the very, very near future. And it was an amazing year in spin-off land. You can see most of our spin-offs here behind us. We launched the beta version of the Rejuve app, and Jasmine is with us, and Jasmine will talk us through what we've got to look forward to in the very near future with that. The app will be out for real very, very soon in Q1. And we launched our new Rejuve genomic research and brought Kennedy on board, our new CEO. Hi, Kennedy. It's going to be great to hear from you today. Kennedy's our evolutionary biologist, and she works with the very, very exciting project doing genomic research, transfer learning from what can we learn from very long-lived Methuselah flies and apply this across to humans, of course, all towards the goal of solving for involuntary death across our Rejuve program. Mindplex completed AI recommendation tool. They completed blockchain architecture, developed all of the smart contracts, and built a fabulous magazine, which you've got looking forward to launching very early in Q1. And Hruy will talk you all the way through that. We launched 2 other new spin-offs. Of course, there was Cogito. The TracerCoin project was mobilized. We built our first draft index. We are shortly completing the alpha for Cogito TracerCoin project, and brought on board an incredible team to manage and lead that. And of course, we launched Jam Galaxy. The Jam Galaxy band was newly launched in NAMM in LA, did gigs in New York, in Seattle, in Denver, and we're simply overrun with invitations for Jam Galaxy for 2023 for the Jam Galaxy band. The artist portal has been built and is very close to release. So Q1 2023, we're going to see a huge amount of releases on a very regular cadence from the entire SingularityNET ecosystem. And we launched Hypercycle, which is the world's most scalable, most efficient resource managed blockchain as a side chain of Cardano, and which will enable AI to AI financial transactions in Industry 5.0. And is really going to help drive the AI revolution. Again, we're expecting an alpha version of Hypercycle out very soon. So lots of excitement there. Let us not forget Sophiaverse. We've been doing some really, really great AI on Sophiaverse, adjusting DNN models. We've made improvements to the conversational AI gateway. We've introduced curiosity and contradiction detection features for Sophiaverse. And we recently announced a fabulous new partnership with a new firm to build the Sophiaverse game. And Awakening Health, we completed the Grace Dialogue System version 1 and brought Grace to some really fantastic demos in 2022. And we continue to build out her situational awareness and grow her capability. What more to say, really? We've also built some really fantastic, strong capability across the organization. And Sergey Shalyapin, who's with us, who's going to be talking us through the AI agent, he's been building out a real powerhouse of technology, very, very strong AI and platform technologists there. We've been building out in Ethiopia, and we've been building really right across the world. So when I look back to my times in traditional finance and banking finance, when I look at everything we've achieved this year in just 1 year, if you consider that huge amount of growth and the explosion of applications to come onto the two-sided AI marketplace in 2023 across all of these spin-offs, I still find it breathtaking and inspiring. The passion, the commitment, the excellence of the team, and the non-stop driving towards artificial general intelligence and towards a beneficial, benevolent singularity. 2 people said to me, the last conference I was at, Enter the Metaverse in London, 2 completely unconnected people said to me that I was the happiest human being they'd ever seen. And I just thought, yes, because I work for the most amazing company in the world with the most amazing, fantastic team. We were working together Friday night on some decks, and I got home from London and I was thinking, I've got to work Friday night. And then I get onto Zoom and I'm with the team, and it actually becomes a super fun Friday night to spend working with the team. It's always a huge pleasure. So I'm very, very grateful to all the brilliant people who work here at SingularityNET, who make it happen, who carry a flame in their heart, a passion that is unparalleled anywhere I've been in the world this year, and a commitment to excellence and to progress and positive impact for humanity in a way that is really nothing short of unprecedented and inspiring. So thank you, team, as well as thank you, community. And Ben sends his best regards. He is not available to join us today, but he has, of course, been our incredible visionary leader for this year, and we're all also very grateful for Ben. So on that point of gratitude for the year, gratitude for all of you in our incredible community, all of you on this team, I will hand over to someone I'm extremely grateful to all the time, Dianne Horlings, VP of Product, leader of Deep Funding, and an absolute rock on which so much is built at SingularityNET. Take it away, Dianne.
You're too kind, Janet. As I mentioned before, if I'm a rock, then you know what you are, a mountain. So, so what shall I do? Shall I first talk about deep funding, or shall we first go over the other teams? Okay, deep funding first. It was a very special year with the first round of deep funding happening. And it was quite successful, I would say. Right now we have 11 projects and 9 teams working, and we're having ongoing conversations and discussions in our bi-weekly meeting, which you can also find back on YouTube. And it's very great to see these teams working together and helping each other and commenting on each other. So that's one thing. Deep funding is primarily about seeding the platform with new and exciting services, and also creating solutions that are using those services on our platform. That is the first objective. The second objective, I would say, is to learn about how to best create these processes, but also about decentralized governance in general. So I was also very happy that we did a next round, which was targeted at the community, to help us figure out how we can best do decentralized governance and what should change in the second round of deep funding, which has, by the way, started already. So in this second round, in this community governance round, we did things like created a collection of new proposals, and we had the community voting on those proposals, and actually 2 of those proposals ended up as new pools in our new version of in the second round of deep funding. And you will see that in the second round of deep funding, there are already quite a few changes compared to round 1. So we will have a reputation rating system, for instance, which is quite rudimentary still, but we're starting and we're building on that foundation. And that makes me very happy and proud, to be honest. And based on that reputation, we'll be able to give extra weight to votes, and we will be able to, and we will, give incentives for people to be giving constructive feedback to the teams and their proposals. So there's 100,000 AGIX available for those who are constructive community members. So 22 was a very successful year where a lot happened, especially in the second half of 22. Of course, we always wanted to go faster. And looking forward to 23, we will be closing our second round. After that, we will be having a new governance round to get more feedback from you. And in the meantime, I hope we will be able to mature our processes to create some tooling, also for a reputation rating, for instance, continue to work with our partners, and have a number of new rounds and perhaps also new experiments, also based on your feedback. And then we will pretty soon, as Janet was already mentioning, see the services created by the teams that are working now landing on our platforms. And last but not least, in this pool, we have a new round, which is targeted at existing services. So if you have a favorite service out there that you would like to see ported and onboarded on our platform, then reach out to that developer and go and create a proposal together to have that service onboarded on our platform and get supported in doing that by deep funding. So that way we hope we can also speed up things and be even faster and see more services land on our platform quickly. But we can't do it alone. We need your help with that. And in deep funding, there's something for everybody, whether you're a developer, AI researcher, whether you're a UXer, whether you're a marketeer, or just an enthusiastic community member. There are 5 pools out there right now where you can contribute. So looking forward to see you there and on our portal and see all those services land on our platform. So that was a little commercial on deep funding. I hope you forgive me for that. And then let's continue with our next presentation, which I hope our very own Anand will be able to deliver on platform, also including Cardano migration. Anand.
Thank you. Sorry, just before you jump on to our wonderful, amazing Anand, thank you, Jan. Thank you for all you've done for deep funding, but also thank you for your constant inspiration and focus on decentralization and progressive decentralization and the voting mechanisms, the governance that you've been demonstrating for deep funding and the way that that is being used as a learning for the progressive decentralization of the whole foundation in 2023, which is such a major priority for us to progress at speed in Q1 and Q2. So I just want to say a big thank you to you, from us to you, for your inspiration.
Thank you, Janet. I hope we can continue and take that forward and see some very interesting development around governance and SingularityNET and deep funding. But let's wait till the next year.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting our wonderful Anand. Over to you, Anand.
All right. Thanks, Janet. Thanks, Jan. All right. 2022 has been a very wonderful year in terms of some of the key milestones that we have achieved. Right, to start off, we went live with the NuNet airdrop portal, and I'm happy to call out these numbers. So almost 44 million NTX tokens were claimed, with the NuNet airdrop portal. So that itself speaks in terms of the success that we had with the launch of this portal. Next comes, my personal favorite, the go live of the converter bridge, where you convert tokens from one blockchain to another. And to start off, we have started supporting AGIX and the NTX tokens, and you can convert them from the Ethereum blockchain to the Cardano blockchain and vice versa. Again, very happy to call out these numbers. We had about 46 million AGIX tokens converted from Ethereum to Cardano and 107 million AGIX tokens converted from the Cardano to Ethereum. Jan spoke about defunding, and we provided a small tool. It's just a small component in terms of all the big endeavors that Jan has been doing on the voting portal. So it's a very small tool, and it's you can easily customize it, and we just get these quick pointers from Jan saying that, okay, these are the questions, these are the options. Could you open the voting, right? So that's how the voting portal has been launched, and we have done 2 successful votings through this year. We also had a whole bunch of enablers on the platform. Thanks to Sergey Shalyapin's team, we got a lot of feedback on the publisher portal in terms of how we could smoothen and soften the onboarding process to make it a little light and easy on the AI developer. A good 30 services have been built out by Sergey's team, and that in itself is a testimony in terms of improvements in terms of what done on the onboarding pieces, especially on the enablers part. We also launched the first basic version of the training on platform. There are demos available, and the first service is also live on the mainnet. Feel free to go and test it out. Last but not the least, we also had the loyalty airdrop, which was very recently launched on November 22nd. Again, so far the feedback has been very positive, and thanks to Peter and Jan for all the coordinations and answering a lot of questions from community out there. So in terms of our investment on the Cardano porting, we also have built-in tools where we could take in snapshots from the Cardano. So this will pave our way in terms of supporting voting onto the Cardano blockchain, and hopefully we should see something early in 2023. We've also started integrating and talking a lot with the Hydra team, especially on the micropayments part, where these escrow payments are managed on the Cardano blockchain. So that's also a very, very big piece, and we are looking forward to have these features onto 2023. I think for now, that's pretty much it. Over to you, Sergey, Jan, Janet.
Thank you so much, Anand. You've been a great help and support all the way down. I owe you my deep gratitude for all the help and your constant availability, and I appreciate it deeply. Also, particularly looking forward to having the moment that we can vote on with Cardano, AGIX Cardano on our portal, which will be very important for deep funding, obviously. But truthfully, that's just a small part of all the efforts that you're taking on the platform itself and on the Cardano migration, which is not always that easy as we hope it would be, but you're doing a great job with your team handling that. So thanks.
Kind of you, and we are working very closely with Sergey's team, right? So it's so much of fun, and lots of synergies that are happening out there. So.
And we will continue to make onboarding easier in multiple ways. And one thing is that you also will create a small video and maybe a little bit larger video to explain in more depth how that will be done, and we will add that to the publisher portal. This was based on feedback, and there will be, so there's a lot there, but we will have some more minor tweaks to make all more accessible and even easier than it is.
Absolutely. I can that can be our Christmas gift.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Okay.
So there's always more to look forward to. Thank you.
And Dianne, thank you. You did see my hand. I just like to also echo my thanks and unmitigated admiration and gratitude for Anand and what a fantastic year we've had working together in 2022. You, Sridhar, your leadership is par excellence at all times, and such an incredibly strong team working for you.
My team, yes.
All your team, every one of them is an absolute superstar and delivered huge amounts of value for SingularityNET and our community and our platform and our technologies and our spin-offs through 2022. So big thanks. And as it's the season of goodwill as well, I just find you very inspiring, the work you do outside of work to contribute to those communities which are less well off than many of us. So, just total admiration and love all the way.
Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you. You could all be part of it. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to connect you. And...
Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Janet, for these kind words, all more than deserved. So let's have Sergey's take on this, because Sergey, you're the one that is using the platform a lot lately and onboarding a lot of services. Would you care to tell a little bit about that?
Yes, sure. We'll be glad to. First of all, thank you for all your kind words, Anand. That's great to work with you. We had a great year and very interesting year with a lot of challenges and achievements done. So just briefly, I will summarize what was done. We just uploaded 30 services on the platform, mainly 29 at the moment, but we are going to upload some more before Christmas, just to make one more Christmas gift. So right now we have all of them downstream tasks that we need for cognitive architecture building. We have covered all the basic domains covered, like NLP, speech processing, and vision processing. And we have all these building blocks on the platform to design, build, and deploy cognitive architectures to build AIs. So please, everyone, welcome to the platform. Just check out our services, combine these services, use it in your AI development. That would be great. That's just one of part of the achievements, not a single one. The platform itself is evolving, so we are going to present staking on Cardano, voting on Cardano, and retrainable services on the platform. And all these things are upcoming in the first part of the upcoming year. This is very significant and interesting. I will just uncover the retrainable services a bit. Just give a simple example. Thus, we will have services on the platform that could be retrained with your specific and personal data collection, and will keep to be exclusively used by you only. And that would be really simple and wrapped in zero code concept. Just imagine you could just have your specific collection of images and just train a model on these images and have your own Midjourney, maybe better than Midjourney, and use it exclusively and secure on the platform. So there are many other things upcoming. We are going to simplify onboarding process to give proper instructions to make it really, really simple and scalable. Maybe some upgrade of design and other aspects and things. So the platform is living, it's keeping evolving. There are many things going on to be presented, in the beginning of the year. So we're just really glad to see you there. So please check out the services and go to the platform, use the trainable services, and we will make it better and better and better every day and every month. So I guess that's the basic thing. Just some simple brief notes that we are evolving with the dialogue system. That's really interesting, and that inspires me most of all, that we are moving towards practical neural-symbolic integration, which is more or less exclusive to the current state of AI development in the world. So I guess we'll have a lot of surprises in upcoming 2023.
Thank you so much, Sergey. I love the way you say it's getting better and better and better every day in every way. And it totally is. And thank you to you and your really, truly amazing team for all of your fantastic contributions to SingularityNET and the ecosystem in 2022. Such a pleasure, privilege, and an honor to work with you.
Thank you, Sergey. I would like to add that, first of all, I think it's a very good idea to see you working more closely with the platform, because then we control both ends in a single team and can make the whole process more seamless. I'm looking forward to that, even more seamless than it is today. So I think there's a lot to look forward to there. And indeed, so there are a lot of new services out there, and I would like to call out to our community here that we don't always have. We're so busy creating services that we don't always have the time publishing about them. But there's really a lot of new stuff out there. There are now 75 services live at this moment. And I would also urge any community member who would like to experiment and write a little bit about it, write a blog, to contact us. We have an ambassador program. And if you would like to be engaged, for instance, by experimenting with these services and writing down what your experience is, we could really help that, and that could create a lot more content and reach for our platform. So that's a small call out. And then you mentioned the dialogue system and a lot of things that we're going to see in 2023. And I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. And I think that's also a perfect bridge to go to our AGI team. And the first person I would think about presenting, also related to maybe the same dialogue system, but there's a lot more to tell there, is Alexey. Alexey, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing nice. Jeanette has a raised hand. Maybe Jeanette, do you want to say something?
Thank you, Alexey. Thank you so much. I was just going to say, Jan, when you were saying about, community members coming and writing a blog, this is really, we're seeing a lot of fabulous engagement from the community. And I wanted to give a shout out to Jordan Sladden, who has been writing some really great tweets on Twitter to explain SingularityNET for non-techie people. So Jordan, maybe you'd like to come and write something about all of our new services and services on the platform. And a big thank you to you for your work. Jasmine and Debbie, I'm sure you probably saw on the Rejuve channel, he asked for feedback on his latest Rejuve tweet. So these are exactly the kind of initiatives that build SingularityNET and build our community to be the thriving, world-leading, best community ever. So thank you. Thank you, Alexey. Back to you.
Okay, so going back to AGI research, Matt will tell about more things which are going on, but if it's about our pod, so it's about Meta in the first place. It's a language for the OpenCog Hyperon cognitive platform, which we have been discussing for a few years already, and finally started to implement, and Meta should be a low-level cognitive programming language for Hyperon. We have a considerable progress on it this year. We started just showing some results with some meta code in April, and then a meta study group was created with bi-weekly meetings, and more people started to be involved and started to give us some input on how they would like to use Meta, and sometimes it was quite surprising. So we are now close to publish our pre-alpha release. We are working hard to make this happen before the end of the year. Now it's many things have been done. Some caching for in RAM atom space was added. It's not a new thing for OpenCog in general. It was in OpenCog Classic for a long time, but we don't have a lot of resources to do everything in parallel. The main important thing is that we have come up to some important design decisions regarding type systems in Meta, regarding how things are being evaluated, and so on. And sometimes it's not a very deep choice, but there are so many such choices that it's really difficult to proceed faster to much more interesting and AGI stuff. And right now we are finalizing our deployment process for introducing libraries in Meta to make everything very convenient. And we are happy by ourselves when we can do something in a much more convenient way, when we don't need to change meta core and we can just write a Python script which extends meta semantics, extends meta functionality, and it works flawlessly. So we hope to make it really convenient, and after this we will proceed to more important AGI-ish stuff, which we are very eager to do and hope to do in the upcoming year. So our plan for the upcoming year to finally to start implementing different AGI algorithms, maybe not implementing these algorithms, but integrate these algorithms to Hyperon, to rewrite them in Meta and so on, and of course to apply Meta to different practical, or maybe not precisely practical, but much more practical than Hyperon self projects and ideas, including the dialogue system. We have been working on the Minecraft port, Minecraft agents during this year as well. It included some Minecraft agents which could achieve different goals and without being specifically programmed or trained to achieve these specific goals, and to perform a free world exploration. And then we decided to move from Malma mod to our own Minecraft mod to work with the newest version of Minecraft, and this happened. We started porting our earlier Minecraft agents to this mod, and now they are finally working with the new versions of Minecraft, and that's really great. But these Minecraft agents are still not implemented in Meta, and finally we hope to do much more interesting stuff within Minecraft, using Meta, within dialogue systems, and so on. So we are very excited regarding what we are going to do in the upcoming 2023 year. And this year was very important in terms of the ground work regarding some technical stuff, but maybe it was not as inspiring and as impressive in terms of AGI, and that's why it was difficult for us, because we also want to do AGI, more AGI stuff. So thanks, and hope to see everyone in the upcoming new year, and to have new AGI results in it.
Thank you so much, Alexey. It's always so inspiring and exciting when I hear you at one of these pod meetings. So much achieved, and as you say, the foundations laid. And it sounds like 2023 is going to be the most exciting year ever for AGI, which I guess makes sense because we're progressing towards a new technology that hasn't been developed yet. But yeah, sounds like 2023 is all set up now that we've laid the groundwork, put in the foundations, developed the programming language for AGI to really see some exciting breakthroughs.
Well, let's hope.
That's what we're all working towards, and as I've said to Anand and Sergey, huge gratitude from me, from all of us here at SingularityNET and our community for the incredible work you and your team do. Again, for a team the size they are, in what's been a phenomenally tumultuous year on so many different fronts. The commitment, dedication, the constant striving for excellence, to be at the very, very, very front, and being at the very, very, very front of technology and AI technology development and research in the world is just, it's humbling to work with you and your team. So thank you for everything you've done in the year.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alrighty. Dianne, who's next? Are we coming down to Andre Senna to talk about distributed atom space, which is now going to be used in our genomic research with the long-lived flies? So there's a nice connection. We'll come on to there. Hi, Andre. Lovely to see you.
Hello, Janet. Hello, Jan. Hello, everybody. So, yeah, the distributed atom space is a very, very important project and a very exciting to be working on. I would say that 2022 was a year of a lot of work, but I think we reached what we are pursuing this year. You know, the distributed atom space is the storage background, the storage backend behind Meta. So it's a very important piece of the whole stuff. And we are very excited in the project because we reached the point of having an actual distributed atom space running. And now we are just going to start the integration with Meta, which makes 2023 a very exciting year for those who are working the project, because once we have the distributed atom space integrated with Meta, we'll be able to use all the power of Meta to work on problems with very large, with very difficult knowledge bases. So we are all expecting lots of good news for 2023. I think this is the main point of my update.
Thank you so much. Thank you to you and the team in Brazil. Very, very exciting year in 2023, and brilliant to have a working distributed atom spaces backend for Meta. It's going to be, we're going to see fireworks when we combine the two in 2023, I'm sure. So big thanks to you and all your team for your just superb, for being technically and scientifically and technologically the best people on the planet, and also in your hearts as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Jan.
Thank you.
Then over to Matt, I would say.
Dr. Matt Iklé, our Chief AI Officer. Lovely to see you. What exciting things have you got for us?
Well, I'm going to build on a theme. The theme has been setting foundations. Meta is one example. So, and that's just one of very many examples. I in my role as Chief AI Officer, I work on trying to support the entire ecosystem. And there's so much that is currently coming together at the current point in time. Ideas are just coming together. That's where the foundation is being set. It's super, super exciting. I'm going to touch on, in just a very short time that we have, there's no way I can cover all of the different pieces upon which we've been talking about, including the integration of the distributed atom space with Meta, with Hyperon, the dialogue system, Sophiaverse. There were some interesting ideas talked about today, and I think that we are on track to release world-beating technologies in the AGI realm in the next year. I'm just going to touch on a few more down-to-earth ideas at current. So building on Sergey's, the platform services, or the services, I should say. We released Tenoni as a service, but I'm going to concentrate in this, as I said, in this very short section. I'm only going to concentrate on one very tiny sliver of my world, which has been working with our team, which includes Neil Geisweiler, Debbie Duong, and Sam Roberti, on building out the AI DSL and the work we've been progressing with there. So Sergey mentioned some of our services. And so this year, as I said, building on a theme, we've been concentrating for AI DSL on hard fundamental research problems. We chose 5 main basic foundational AI services. We were able to figure out how to connect these together and to do proof verification of their properties. Those are the foundational pieces. Looking forward to next year, we're looking at releasing an initial version of an AI DSL software development kit. And we're going to be concentrating, and I again, as I say, even this, there's so much going on, but the idea is building on the marketplace. We foresee AI DSL helping developers begin to build more complex services by leveraging the services that are already on the network. As a proof of concept of this, we've already started looking at the marketplace, and we've identified one example that we're going to be using to test our SDK, software development kit tools on, and that will be taking a song that's sung in English, using current tools on the marketplace. We might have to build one additional tool to do this, but to compose these services to convert that song in English into Chinese singing. And this involves splitting vocals and instruments, using speech to text, using translation services, turning the translated text into Chinese song, and then at the end, layering the result back onto the instrumental accompaniment at the same time. So that's an example that's going to guide our work on our release of the AI DSL. And then there's a whole bunch of ideas for taking that that we hope to finish in the first half of next year. And then we have a whole bunch of additional ideas to add to AI DSL in the second half. Again, I could go on and on and on about all the exciting ideas that just, it's an incredible position to be in, to be challenged to think through these ideas outside of my realm of expertise, try to figure out how these can be integrated to, as I said at the very beginning, with the incredible team, the teams that we have across the entire ecosystem in support of all of these exciting initiatives to release. I'm convinced we can do this. World-leading AGI technologies and AI technologies beyond anything that's out there at present next year. And with that, I wish everyone this is a joyous time of year. So all the best for the holidays and into the new year.
Thank you so much, Matt. And coming from somebody with your deep, deep, deep integrity, authenticity, commitment to everything that you're doing for us in the ecosystem and SingularityNET. That means a huge amount to me. It means a huge amount to us all. Your conviction and your commitment to our world-leading technologies and AI and AGI in 2023. I almost can't wait already, but I'm going to enjoy the holiday first. But I just wanted to come back to you on the AI DSL application in the English to Chinese singing. Sounds almost sci-fi, right? So what we're saying is our AI DSL, our domain-specific language, is going to enable each one of those AIs in a front-to-back process situation to speak to each other, to call each other, to invoke each other, to bring in the data, to share the data, to perform routines, to assess the performance of those routines, and eventually, ultimately result in a finished outcome, which has been untouched by human hands? Is that what you're saying?
So what we're aiming at, so in an initial release, it'll be, we're focusing in on essentially power users. And so it's a software development kit of tools to enable such a thing. Now, at a future stage, we wish to integrate those tools so that the ultimate goal is, okay, I don't know much about anything. I can write a smart contract, and here's what the example of the input, here's what I want as an output, along with some other considerations. How much do we want to pay for this? What sort of accuracy do we want? What about performance, speed? All of these things have to be, inputted as to what your desired characteristics are. And there will be a search capability. And this is further in the future. So this is not next year. But the AI DSL would try to find services to negotiate with each other to create a service of that type that closely matches what you're requesting. I should have also pointed out that once developers create these services, these can be thought of as brand new services, even after the initial SDK, and published as new services. And then those new services could be used in bigger services, and you start getting the services as Lego blocks building atop each other and making larger Lego designs that are then leveraged to larger Lego designs, and so on.
In a scalable way that just will be unachievable for humans, ultimately. Right. Giving rise to exponential growth.
Those long-term problems, there's some more foundational research that's going to have to be done. But the idea that's essentially what we spent 2022 using some Catalyst funding. We worked on solving this first set of foundational challenges. Now we're looking at releasing an initial software development kit, and then we'll have to work on building out that development kit to address these future goals.
Okay, thank you so much, Matt. Thank you for everything you've done to lead us. Chief AI Officer for the best AI company in the world is no small job, and we're incredibly lucky to have you. There are very few people in the world could do what you're doing, and coming into 2023, I think it's becoming very clear there's nobody in the world is going to be able to do what we're doing here. We're excellent in all of our output, and all of our achievements and deliverables are always of the very, very highest quality. But the real magic, where we are unsurpassable, is in our AGI technologies, and we're going to see those hopefully really starting to come to life in very practical, meaningful implementations in 2023. So that was it. That was an incredible catch up from you, from Alexey, from Andre Senna as well. So thank you all, everybody who's watching this.
Sergey, Anand, Sridhar.
Sergey, Anand, Sridhar. I hope you're all if you're even 5% as excited as I am for 2023, you'll be hopping in your seats right now, because it's such an incredibly important catalytic time for us here at SingularityNET, with these foundations laid as AI DSL, AGI, OpenCog, Hyperon, distributed atom space, and Meta all come together in one glorious explosion of technology breakthrough for the planet, for humanity, and for the benefit of everybody living today. All right, so now I think that's us done on core technologies, Jan, and we're ready to move into our beautiful, fabulous, diverse array of strategically selected, strategically developed and incubated spin-offs, which are going to take these amazing technologies and apply them in different strategically selected vertical markets over the coming 1 to 3 to 5 years. Who's up first, Jan? I see Kennedy looking all ready. I think is it your friend? Have you spoken on a recorded pod leaders meeting before, Kennedy? No. Where are you going next, Jan?
Well, I can't argue with that. We have two Rejuve entities coming up, but I would say let's give Kennedy the honor, and let's start with Kennedy. How are you?
Hi, everyone. I'm doing good. I'm the new kid on the block. So Rejuve Biotech is my project. We are merging the many insights of the long-lived Methuselah fly with a human map of longevity. The Methuselah flies, we call them, are bred from your standard Drosophila melanogaster, but they've been bred over many generations to live an exceptionally long time. Our longest lived flies live more than 6 months currently. And we have sequenced these flies and found genetic differences that make them different and possibly promote their longevity. The great news is that we have human orthologs that match up with those genes that can hopefully be targeted so that we will be able to enjoy more healthy longevity in our lifetimes and, of course, for subsequent generations. As most people know, aging and senescence is a multi-trillion-dollar market. As people age, they tend to require more services, cost more money, they have more health challenges. We're trying to figure out a way to relieve that. And make people live just happier, healthier lives, and focus more on prevention, but also treatment. But there will also be a preventative aspect to these projects. The main goal is to shorten the drug discovery pipeline and make it more efficient by the use of the Methuselah flies, which, while they live a long time, their lifespan is still less than a year. So it makes it relatively compatible with a reasonable research schedule that won't take years and years and years. So with our amazing AI and machine learning tools, we are developing a systems biology model of the Methuselah fly longevity, which will include a hypothesis testing platform. And then, of course, that will be integrated into the transfer learning map for human biology. So that's where I am. This project came into existence over the last year, and now it's officially launching, and I'm very excited to be leading it. So 2023 will be an amazing year for SingularityNET's official biotech company.
That's fantastic. Thank you, Kendi. It's amazing to have you on board. Your caliber and experience with these flies is again unparalleled. We think there is no. Sorry.
These are the flies back here in their cages. You can't hear them, but they're also very excited.
Good. I've met the flies, and they're definitely very excitable bunch. So how long have you been working with Ben Goertzel on this research? If I'm not mistaken, it's 10 or 12 years, Kennedy.
Yeah,
you go back a long way.
Yeah, Ben and I first used AI to parse through the genetic sequences of the flies about 12 years ago now, and that was before the super Methuselahs, the extremely long-lived flies, were ready for prime time. So those sequencing projects were just done on our regular Methuselah flies, which live about 12 weeks is their generation time, but their maximum lifespan is about 75 days or so. So yeah, Ben and I have been working on this since like 2010.
Okay, so while you're the new kid on this block, you're in no way new to AI research and genomic research for the flies, and we're very lucky to have you on board.
No, and the enormous potential that it carries too. There's a few ideas, Ben and I have had for the last 12 years or so, but we had to wait for technology to catch up to what we wanted to do, and now it's here. So it's very exciting.
Now it's here. You're working with Mike Duncan, who's also been working on this with Ben for a long time, and I know we're going to have some really exciting. Our initial transfer learning results are extremely optimistic, aren't they? You found a human ortholog and a human homologs, or you found findings with human orthologs and human homologs. Please tell us briefly what those are. Number one.
Okay, well, the difference between homologs and orthologs. So you can think of it this way: not all orthologs are homologs, but not all homologs are orthologs.
Okay.
So homologs are just a chunk of similar sequencing in a gene that is similar across species, not necessarily preserving the function of that gene. In an ortholog, the function of that gene is preserved, and the sequences are similar. So yeah, so we found human orthologs, so actual genes that are involved in aging that the flies also have, that we can target and discover new drugs and treatments and therapies. And with the combination of the AI tools, the possibilities for really making the drug discovery pipeline efficient while maintaining safety and quality is limitless, essentially.
It is, and the longevity industry, we're predicting, and from research is showing that it will ultimately dwarf all other industries in both size and market cap, and reshape the global financial system, disrupt the business models of pension funds. I mean, it's an absolutely brilliant industry to be right at the very front of. So before we move on, only because it's your first time meeting the community and here talking for us, tell us, if you're going to be a long-lived fly, is it worth being long-lived, being a long-lived fly? Do they have a good life?
Well, that's the great thing about the Methuselah fly model, is that you can see how a potential treatment or therapy affects an organism throughout their entire lifespan. So if it affects other aspects of their life, such as their mating and reproduction. And one thing that's nice about the Methuselah flies is they have preserved function throughout their entire lifespan. Throughout their entire lifespan, they mate and reproduce just like young flies.
That's amazing. And if I'm not mistaken, they mate for the human equivalent of a week every time they do it.
2 weeks. Yeah.
2 weeks. The human equivalent of 2 weeks.
Of 2 weeks. Yeah. So
now we're all going to want to come to your fly laboratory in California.
So we want to make sure we come up with therapies and treatments that preserve not only healthy long life, but all the things that make that healthy long life worth living. So,
and is there a human homolog for that? But never mind. We'll find it. We'll find it. Good. Thank you, Kennedy. I'm counting on you. Alrighty, fabulous to have you with us. Really glad you've joined our ecosystem. Yet another fantastic CEO, and I'm also super proud, another female CEO. I think here at SingularityNET we are really very proud of our diversity record, and extremely leading the way with so many brilliant women CEO leaders in tech. Which brings me very nicely onto our other Rejuve CEO, our other very brilliant woman leader in tech, who I got to meet for the first time in person in Lausanne at the Cardano Summit, and it was just such a beautiful, warm, encompassing, fabulous experience from start to finish. I always knew you were an amazing lady, Jasmine, and of course you are. Anyway, tell us your highlights of the year from Rejuve Network and what you're looking forward to, because you've got smashing things coming in a very short space of time.
Yeah. So, of course, the most recently upcoming thing is the launch of the app. So this year we successfully launched our beta, and we got really good response and good feedback from everyone, which that iteration is still going, and we're still kind of releasing all of the new features that we are testing and implementing. So we're in the final stretch now of trying to get in all of the core functionality before the launch on the live app stores. We recently released a newsletter and a blog post explaining what exactly those features are. And also another blog post written by our CTO, Deborah Duong, about the Bayes Expert AI system that is going to be kind of one of our premier services, and also on the SingularityNET platform. So that's pretty exciting. And we are still ongoingly working on putting the front end in for that on the marketplace. So the new features that are currently left to go in the app that we're developing now are the reward store, which will be very important once we have the actual Rejuve tokens in the first edition. It'll kind of just be a free reveal discount code with our signed on partners, which I'll get to in a bit. And also we are working on a big expansion of Bayes Expert to have more questions, more modules, and more interconnections in between different biomarkers, so that it gives more accurate insights and just more detail as to what's actually happening when the dials are saying your cellular senescence is low or high, or different or your diet or weight is low or high, and things of that nature, just explaining more how we got those results. So that's going to be really exciting. We're also of course putting in more beautifications and animations and things in the app, just to make it feel special and nice to look at and interact with. So on the partnership front, we have quite a few exciting ones. Our biggest one is True Diagnostic, which not only will be listing their epigenomic test in the app, but also we have a research collaboration to build better chronological age prediction algorithms using our AI and their robust data set. And we're hoping to get really good findings from that and continue to flourish that partnership and do even more exciting projects on that front of making better aging clocks. So some of our other partners that we've officially brought on are sequencing.com, Ginfinity, Juvify, and Avia, which is a supplement company, so that you will see these featured in the app when it is released. So our upcoming goals looking forward to 2023, after the launch, is of course getting the actual Rejuve tokens there and the data NFTs to be able to identify yourself on our platform and in the research program, and also starting up formally that research program to be able to actually contribute your data and get that reward for it and have your file saved in there, and being able to choose which kind of causes to donate your data for in order to earn future rewards, and also contribute to the body of longevity research that we're doing at Rejuve. And also adding in more items to the reward store and having the actual proper discount levels according to your membership and subscription. And also implementing a premium subscription layer, which will have some other enhanced cool features, such as biofeedback, being able to kind of give you live alerts on your wearables of, things maybe you should be improving on or thinking about during the day. And also being able to track your macro and micronutrients, which is another popular thing that people like to do, like in the health space. And we want to make sure that that feature is really crisp and clean. So we're going to work on it a little longer and put it into premium. And also another exciting thing to look forward to is the installation of our Transformer Vey, which is our second native AI service that will go into the app. And this will enhance the biological age results and also just create more connections in between data. And that'll be really exciting when we actually get that in there. And that's a big goal for 2023, is to have that running in there. As Janet mentioned, we I attended the Cardano Summit this year, which was absolutely amazing. Got to connect with Cardano community. So you'll be seeing kind of Rejuve involvement more in that ecosystem this year coming up. We are also going to be releasing an updated white paper to kind of explain more concretely what we're doing. And also, so as you'll hear soon, we're making the clear distinction in between the Rejuve network and the Rejuve Biotech, which is our therapeutics discovery arm, which we alluded to in the white paper earlier, but hadn't yet expounded upon. So now we are expounded upon that, and we actually have a CEO for Rejuve Biotech, Kennedy Schaal, who's been working with these flies and the project for many years. And so that branch is going to begin to develop and synchronize with our app and onboarding of genomic data to be able to really make that project come to life and discover a whole lot of new findings there. And also we hope to update our website as well to better draw the partnerships and connections and relationships that will really make this ecosystem, this micro ecosystem within an ecosystem grow and flourish.
Grow and flourish. Jasmine, I'm almost exhausted just listening to you. The amount of work that you, Debbie, Mike, and then also we have to thank Anand, Divakar, Greg, that so many people have been doing on Rejuve this year. The amount you've achieved, it's like the amount of a whole company. Now I know you are a whole company, but you're a small spin-off from SingularityNET, and yet your achievements are so broad and so wide in 2022. Thank you so much. Huge shout out for Debbie for her amazing SpaceNet agent, which has now gone on to the SingularityNET platform, or as it is on its way onto the SingularityNET platform. And delighted your Transformer VAE, which is a variational auto encoder for those of us in the community who like to know what the acronyms are, is going to be also coming onto the SingularityNET marketplace very soon, as well as all those partnerships that you've built, the continuous building out of the functionality on the app, and the amazing feedback you've been having on the app. It's humbling to work with you. You do such an incredible, amazing job, and really brilliant to introduce. Thank you, Jasmine, to introduce our new CEO for Rejuve, Kennedy Schaal, who's going to be working hand in glove with Jasmine as we take the data from all of these biomarkers, which Jasmine's going to be collecting from the app with data from Methuselah long-lived flies, and indeed solve for involuntary death. I'm counting on you ladies. I have no intention to go anywhere until I'm good and ready. I was telling people this weekend, they're saying, well, what do you do if you live forever though? How do you die? And I said, I'm sure there'll be like a pill or something you can take when you've had enough. But so all of us here, I think we're right behind you in the Rejuve program. And we're all going to be friends forever as well. And our community are going to be supporting us forever. So it's just amazing. Thank you. Welcome, Kennedy. Right, Jan, where do we go next? After a little bit of editing there coming in from Rainer, if you're following, whichever you are.
I would, as a next person, would like to introduce Hruy. Hrui's network is a little bit unstable at the moment, so most likely he will not be able to appear on video. But I do see him on video right now, so the network has just improved in Ethiopia. Right timing. Hruy, we are very much looking forward what you have to tell us about Mindplex.
Hey guys, I will try to be as quick as possible because the internet is really bad tonight. It's disconnecting again and again. So to make it very short, Mindplex is on a good track. As you know, guys, we have been trying to launch the magazine before the end of 2022, but we have faced a little bit ups and downs, mainly due to some marketing problem with the current crypto market. So we have changed a little bit of our strategy, and we have changed a little bit of our tools. And then we have really a good magazine which will be ready in early 2023. And then on the plus side, this change gave us room and time to improve our repetition system, which now includes confirmation bias and as well repetition by association. These two additional parameters will really make our repetition engine very strong, which in return will help our community, our content creators, and as well our readers and podcast listeners very happy, because now the addition of these two parameters means our repetition system is very strong, which in return makes our recommendation AI very accurate and very strong. In addition to that, the platform is now more open to community contribution, because part of the strategy change sees a change when it comes to the release date of our content factory. We will not release our content factory initially, we will just release the platform, which means we have opened our door to our community, and then we expect that our community will contribute a lot in terms of articles, in terms of some cool podcasts, which will be shared with the entire world via the Mindplex platform. So I'm very excited. Plus, I'm very hopeful that a lot of you will contribute content for Mindplex very soon. And then when it comes to our smart contracts, we have completed them all. Regardless of us releasing our utility token, we have completed the smart contracts. And then one more good news will be we have done this external audit as well. And then we got flying colors, which means our smart contracts are concrete. And then I would really like to say thank you to our tech team as well for making this thing real and for making it on time. And then we have also a very good initial content on the platform that are awaiting your readership. By now we have more than 50 to 20 articles, and then a couple of them are contributed from our community, which makes us very excited. And then a couple of our good articles are also contributed by people within the SNET community, which also makes us very proud. And at the same time, outside the SNET has also contributed these cool articles.
You went mute there in the middle of that sentence for a couple of seconds, Hruy, if you wouldn't mind just repeating that last sentence. It's due to the internet. Sorry again. I was saying that we have very cool articles, and then we have these articles are contributed from lots and various sources. A couple of them are contributed from our community. So I would like to say thank you to our community. We have a vibrant community especially on our Telegram channel. So for you guys, kudos, keep up the good articles. And then a couple of those other articles are contributed via people from the SNET ecosystem. I'm also proud, and I would like to say thank you to those contributors from our own environment. And then I would also like to say thank you to other contributors who are outside of the SingularityNET ecosystem. We are very proud of your contribution, and I'm very hopeful that the community will like them. And then me, the tech team, the editorial team, and everybody behind Mindplex is working very hard to make our community proud and to launch Mindplex very early in 2023. That I will promise. I love a promise, Hruy, and I know you keep your promises. So thank you so much for that update, and an enormous amount achieved in Mindplex this year. I know the magazine isn't out yet, but behind the magazine, the number of AI modules which have been built, there are another 6 AI modules, as well as the recommendation engine, which are being built. It's very complex technology, a lot of this media and publishing, artificial intelligence, and we're right at the very, very front of it. The recommender engine, well, that's just essential and can be built out and used across so many other strategic vertical markets, as well as Mindplex, when you have it delivered. And your constant commitment to to decentralization, to bringing in content from the community, to expressing a voice of truth and a voice of equality and a voice of breaking free from the stranglehold that big publishing has, as well as big tech on the world today. Awesome job from you and Connor and David and all the rest of the team in Ethiopia. So huge thanks for everything you've done, and really looking forward to the magazine launch very, very soon with your tokenomic structure built in, with the blockchain, with the architecture built, with the AI recommender engine. It's going to be very big news in 2023 and very, very soon. And of course, all of the community will be welcomed, will be encouraged, and will be incentivized to produce content for the magazine as we approach a Mindplex token launch, TGE utility token launch, as soon as really the market conditions become favorable. So all to look forward to, all to play for, and all to thank you for, really from the bottom of our hearts, for your diligent and unwavering commitment and efforts for SingularityNET and Mindplex. Thank you, Hruy.
Yes.
I reckon you probably put the... Sorry, go ahead.
Just to make everybody happy, probably as a sneak peek, we'll release two of our tools, the recommendation and the retention tools on the SNET market very early in 2023 as well.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was going to say it's looking like you're going to be one of the finest contributors to the two-sided SingularityNET decentralized marketplace with your AI tools. So really looking forward to that. Thank you so much, and fabulous to see you. Thank you for coming along today. Right, we've got a few more spin-offs. I know it's like it's the most diverse, most high achieving team surely on the planet. Let's see who's coming up next. We've got Nejc from Cogito, and I've been working with Nejc on Cogito, the algorithmic tracer coin project which we mobilized during 2022 and have gone from strength to strength. Nejc, Cloris can't be with us because it's in the middle of the night right now, but Nejc very kindly came along to give us an update. And again, I had the great pleasure of meeting Nejc in Switzerland. We made a lot of fantastic connections in the Cardano community, and just made so many friends. We love Cardano here at SingularityNET. If you're from the Cardano community and watching, just maximum love from SingularityNET. And it was just such a joy to meet you all. But tell us about Cogito. What are your highlights of 2022 and what you're looking forward to in 2023, please, Nejc? And welcome.
Sure. Thanks. Yeah, basically Cogito is, I think, the newest spin-off of all of them. So we are very new, and we basically set up the groundwork this year. The groundwork meaning that, we first defined the project, then we set up the team. As Janet said, Cloris is actually the CEO, but could not attend here because it's a nighttime for her. But anyway, we did that. We wrote a white paper and some other research paper to make sure that we have the finances behind it are stable, and that things that are happening in the market would not happen to us. And then, of course, we went on to make connections. I guess the most famous connection that we made was our partnership with Coti, which we announced, I believe, in October or September, I don't remember exactly. And we talked with a lot more people in the process. We set up a small community that we are starting to build right now. So we'll have somebody to, showcase our products. We started also technical development on the blockchain, and of course the legal parts behind and others on Cogito. So it's been relatively eventful. We also have a roadmap now, and there are a lot of things that are prepared for the next year. I guess the most notable short-term goal is to have the MVP of our product launched. Well, maybe not available for everybody, but at least launched, that we can actually test and stress test for different use cases. So those would be, in short, our summary.
Nate, thank you so much for that update. Fabulous to see you. And again, like we said with Kennedy, new kid on the block here at Pod Leaders and to Cogito, but you've been working with Ben for many years and are one of our most highly sought after and highly skilled financial analysts. So we're very, very privileged to have you on the team and work with you. Your work is outstanding. You published an incredible paper on the mechanics of and the financial viability of TracerCoin, and for a brilliant AI engineer, scientist, technologist, and financial analyst, you're also super incredible on Twitter and on the Telegram channels, chatting to the community, as well as charming everybody, all the investors we've met through your visits to conferences and the great discussions we're currently having with those. Thanks to you. So a huge big thanks to you, and a huge thanks to Cloris as well, who's can't just be right here at this moment in time. But a brilliant first year for Cogito, and we're really looking forward to that MVP. There was an article, Ben wrote an article, and when we publish this video, if we could put it in the commentary, please. Ben published a brilliant article on Cointelegraph this weekend on why crypto is ready for a TracerCoin right now, and why a TracerCoin answers and resolves all of the problems from previous stable coins, and the whole benefit of an algorithmic TracerCoin approach. So please do check that out, and we put it in the commentary to the video. And everybody watch this space. Cogito protocol is going to be throwing some serious shapes next year on the crypto dance floor, I predict. Right. Thank you. Last for today is the very brilliant, the very beautiful, the very amazing Dianne Krouse, CEO of Jam Galaxy. And I'll never forget, last year, of course, you did your 12 Days of Christmas song. We didn't do a song for this year. That's probably because you've had so much going on with Jam Galaxy. Tell us all about it. A year of highlights.
Yeah, this year's been pretty incredible for Jam Galaxy. You know, not only the performances, but everything that's been going on behind the scenes, and all of the great support we've gotten from everybody on the SingularityNET team, and you, Janet, and Ben, and Tony, and Danny, and the whole entire team. It's been an incredible year. We've done a ton of performances, and I'm really excited about the progress we're making with Desdemona Robot and Sergey's team, and what he's been doing, and his team has been creating, which really just plays right into these tools that we're creating for musicians, and ultimately, you know, making a better life for musicians, so that we have a platform that helps them to share their music and their content and their art and connect with their fans in new ways. So we're in a real unique point in time for music, because you have this massive population of musicians who are getting interested but still don't understand what is happening. So it's a big job to start to educate people. So you know, speaking of foundations, which Matt spoke about, we've been building those foundations this entire year. I have been incredibly impressed with Sergey's team and Sridar's team and the work they have done on our artist onboarding platform. And it's about 95% finished, and we'll be launching that in first quarter. And really excited about that. Overall, I'm just really excited about all the things that we're able to bring to musicians. Thanks for this entire team, and the decentralized nature of SingularityNET that allows for individuals to flourish. And that feels really good. And one thing about that is we were invited by United Nations to come and play at the AI for Good Summit in July, and I'm very excited about that. it's going to be a great opportunity for us to talk about the future and developing AGI, and that is the ultimate goal of Jam Galaxy, to help to produce benevolent artificial intelligence that helps humanity, brings the best out in humanity, and that sort of thing. So lots of exciting music tools developments, as people have been talking about all these different things. Of course, we'll be offering them all in the Jam Galaxy. We have Dianne working on a really exciting project with sync licensing, and that is a part of music that people don't really hear too much about, but it's the part where movies, TV shows, commercials, they need music content, and they don't typically want to spend all the money for a famous person, but they want somebody who sounds like that famous person's music, or that emotion, or that kind of thing. So developing the AI behind that to create really awesome music, and then to connect musicians with that platform so that they have another income source, which is really cool. We've been talking to a lot of different people about partnerships on Jam Galaxy, and we have a lot of the music industry excited about what we're building. I'm really excited about the metaverse, and we have a big year coming ahead. I just completed the white paper, so I have that for everyone to read, and it talks about our future and our timeline for the coming year, and the coming 2 years, actually. But yeah, overall, I'm just grateful for this community. I'm grateful for Janet. Janet has been doing so much work for Jam Galaxy, and really appreciate everything. You poured your heart into it, and I really appreciate that. And then the opportunity that Ben has given us all is, I'm so eternally grateful, and we're looking forward to a new year and new exciting developments, and bringing some great things to musicians. So yes, so thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dianne. What an incredible year. I had my final one-to-one of the year with Ben on Friday, and just at the end of it, I just said it's been the best year of my life. And it just came out spontaneously, and certainly professionally, it's completely unparalleled by anything I've ever experienced. But a huge part of that was you, Tony, Danny, Gabriel, Jason, Jeremy, Martin, the Jam Galaxy band, and our brilliant sound engineer, and Desdemona herself. Launching, if anyone had told me I'd be launching the world's first humanoid robot fronted band in LA this year, I simply wouldn't have believed it. And yet I was there on such an incredibly talented team, who are both like extraordinarily gifted, talented musicians. They're passionately from their heart about giving back and making the world a better place, but are phenomenally excellent, brilliant professionals to work with as well, leading what's been an incredibly complex year with all these new tools. You're right, Sergey and his team, Elizaveta, Angel, Igor, done a brilliant job from going from just starting to create lyrics to now having our own voice, our own singing voice, our own AI generated music. We're seeing out in the market, we're seeing so much interest, and Sergey talked about our own version of this, of text to art. Well, where's text to music, and all of these world-leading AI tools, which we have already developed in just the space of 1 year. It's mind-blowing. I think it was Jan who said in our all hands meeting last week, he said, when you zoom out of your life, or zoom out of your work, and take a look and consider, actually, was this really all accomplished in just 12 small months with a few very, very, very hardworking, talented people, and of course, non-stop creative inspiration from Ben, who plays in the band himself as well, and has brought so much inspiration to it all. So thank you so much, Dianne. It's been an absolute joy to work with you and all of your beautiful Jam Galaxy team. And here's to we have news up our sleeve for Desdemona. We have a couple of really high profile commitments that are close to being finalized for her for 2023. She was so popular. Her CNN appearance CNN published I think 3 different versions of the video of her in London being interviewed. So, and of course she was on the front cover of New York Times. So we've had an incredible year in Jam Galaxy, and next year is going to be, well, it feels like a year that you couldn't beat, but yet somehow or another, I just know we're going to. Thank you, Dianne, for everything you do and everything you do for Jam Galaxy. It's such a pleasure.
Thank you, Janet. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Some of our pod leaders couldn't make it at this particular time today due to the time zone difference. Greg, our amazing head of UX UI. We're missing our fabulous spin-offs, Singularity DAO and NuNet. And really grateful to them for submitting a update separately in an insert video. And we can see who spots the inserts and who doesn't. But now I've told you anyway. So a huge thank you to Kabir and Jennifer from the NuNet team, and to Marcello and Mario and John and Russ and Robert and all of the incredible people at Singularity DAO as well for everything that they do, for everything that you do for SingularityNET Ecosystem. Your strength is our strength, and together we're all going from strength to strength in this incredible, world-leading, groundbreaking technology empire that we're building at SingularityNET.
Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and I am the marketing lead at NuNet. Without a doubt, it's been a groundbreaking year for NuNet. Every metric from team size, development of platform, development of our community, and our community involvement over the course of the year, month after month, has grown and advanced in their own way. As we come to the end of 2022, we now have a team of 25 people, most of which are developers who are working very hard to bring the vision of NuNet to life. And of course, we have filled positions in marketing, accounting, business development, HR, legal, compliance. As we come into 2023, we hope to expand our already amazing team and welcome new team members in. As mentioned, we have a developer strong team in NuNet, so there's no surprise that we've made significant platform developments, especially with the addition of our 2 Project Catalyst funded use cases, decentralized SPO use case and decentralized GPU machine learning use case. The platform itself, I believe in 2023, is set to thrive with more developments and features being added, and of course the use of the NuNet NTX utility token. 2022 has also been a great year for community building and just building our platforms in general. We launched a updated version of our website and information hub. The information hub is essentially a up-to-date and accurate depiction of where NuNet is now and where we see ourselves going, and also some technical elements that have been simplified for the wider audience. We've also launched our testers platform on Discord last month. This platform will be used to be the technical hub and act as a kind of open source communication platform for all technical developments within NuNet, and the bridge between NuNet developers and community developers. We've also built a strong presence on Twitter, Telegram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, of course, over the year. And this has been helped due to the fact of attending events such as Rare Bloom in Colorado, where we met some community members as well as some SPOs, some community developers, and other Cardano based projects where we really learned from each other. And of course, the workshops that were held at the event too, which were fantastic. We also had a online presence at the Cardano community summits in multiple locations around the world. London, Germany, Brisbane, Oslo, Madrid, LA, Houston, Bangkok, Amsterdam. I think that's everything. And of course, we had a physical presence at the event in Lausanne in Switzerland, again, where we met other Cardano projects, SPOs, and community members, and learned from each other and shared each other's appreciation and knowledge for the Cardano network and for other Cardano projects. We also launched our Earn Drop, an NFT program, which sees community members being rewarded for aiding in the development of the NuNet platform. And this is something that we will continue to develop and explore into 2023 and beyond. The NFT platform at the moment, the claim portal is being built. We will hopefully have that up and running in Q1 in 2023. And we'll develop it over time so that the NFTs will have there'll be dynamic NFTs that will evolve over time. As we look to the last month at NuNet, there have been no signs of slowing down, as we've welcomed some more team members. We also streamed our first live technical discussion on Discord, which we plan to do every Friday or every second Friday on Discord, to get our community more involved in the platform and to learn from each other. We've also successfully onboarded 183 as of now compute providers onto the NuNet network, and we are continuing to test the onboarding processes and issues and documentation before public alpha launch in Q1 2023. We've also opted to extend our min swap yield farm for the foreseeable. Users that provide liquidity will be able to earn min, ADA, and of course NTX. So it's been a great year for NuNet in 2022. December has been a great month as well for community developments and project developments. And as we look forward to 2023, we can expect, the scaling of the GPU machine learning use case, running tests on the current work that's done on the GPU machine learning use case, the Cardano SPO computing use case integration onto the platform, and a prototype run on testnet, the public alpha launch in Q1 of 2023, and of course the continuation of the Earn Drop program and the development of the NFT claim portal and providing utility on those NFTs. So it's been a great year for the NuNet team. I'd like to thank all of the community members and community developers and anyone that's been interacting, engaging, and learning even about NuNet over the last year. It's been great. We look forward to continuing it into 2023.
So coming to the end of our spin-off section for today, we're really, everything that we do this year has been enabled, enhanced, empowered, and amplified by our fabulous team of Haley and Peter in leadership roles in marketing. So very, very grateful to you both. Talk to us about your highlights of the year and what you're most excited about going forward. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Janet. It's been easy. The SingularityNET ecosystem has been doing so much that there's so much to talk about. So there's never a shortage. The only difficulty is how to talk about it all in a way that captures the excitement. But the community's been really enthusiastic, been growing quite a bit. So our Twitter audience has grown by over 20% again this year. And then our wallet holders, the foundational community that's supporting SingularityNET in everything that it does has grown by over 23%, including 10K new wallets on the Cardano ecosystem since the Converter Bridge launch. So that's exciting to finally be moving in that direction in a powerful way and growing that Cardano-based ecosystem of supporters and token holders for the SingularityNET community that really get and understand the value of the platform and how it is revolutionizing decentralized AI and in the future decentralized AGI. So since the launch of the converter, we had or actually even before that, we had the Fund 7 initiative for Catalyst with the SingularityNET Cardano Mutual Growth Challenge, and got successful funding for AI DSL, NuNet, Pathform, and a number of other really exciting projects that help bridge the space between our two great projects as well. And then, of course, more recently, we had the Rare Bloom event where we were major sponsors, had a booth, a number of speaking roles throughout the ecosystem. And then the Cardano Summit, where we had a major presence, a booth, and a speaking role by yourself and Desmond as well. Janet, we initiated the loyalty reward airdrop and fulfilling our commitment to the community that was made in phase 2. So we're excited to build on that momentum with staking rewards being launched early next year. And then the port of the platform, where we're seeing a major push towards Cardano from all the ecosystem projects. Now that there'll be a platform on Cardano, we're starting to see how that will shape up, and all of the projects are so enthusiastic to build out onto the Cardano chain that they're looking very closely at how they can do Fund 10 proposals to bring new tooling, new AI systems, new benefits to the Cardano chain in partnership with Catalyst Fund 10 funding and SingularityNET's own amazing AI team. So that'll be exciting. We'll hear a whole lot more about that coming up very soon. We've updated our community processes. The community is probably very aware. We've got our monthly ecosystem roundups, which kind of collect all the ecosystem and SingularityNET central news into a single space for review. Monthly recorded meetings, as well as the quarterly operations update, so we can increase the transparency, really show the entire community what's going on within SingularityNET from an HR level, from a partnerships level, and just make sure that everybody can see the growth that's happening, the directions that SingularityNET is taking, and all the excitement that's going on within it isn't always apparent from the outside. We launched our new website. We held We're also looking very much forward to AGI 23, which is targeted for June this year. So that's coming up soon. And we're looking to do a whole lot more video content. It's very easy to consume. It can be kept very up to date, and it's very fresh and alive when we get to hear these new ideas about the future of AI, the future of decentralization, the future of AGI, live from the people that are developing it right now. So we'll see a whole lot more of that kind of fresh, rich content early next year. And then, of course, the excitement of the Rejuve app full launch, the Gem Galaxy portals, governance events coming up, Mindplex magazine. We're very excited to work much more closely with Mindplex magazine to include our community content and be a central space for a more polished look and feel for our ecosystem news and updates, as well as bridging that Cardano gap as well, making sure that they have a space for Cardano vision and insight and all the big things that are happening on Cardano to have a home that's beyond just token price publications. So that's exciting as well. And then, of course, we launched the Discord server and the Ambassador program this year, and I'll hand off to Peter for an update on the community aspects and the Ambassador program.
Thanks a lot, Haley. Yeah, I'll start off with my personal highlight for the year, which has to be the Cardano Summit. It was just amazing to see all the community members there showing up and actually figuring out faces behind Telegram nicknames, people you talk to for years. All of a sudden, they turn out to be real people. That's yeah, it was just amazing. For the Ambassador program, we're close to wrapping up the pilot phase of it, and a review document on what we've accomplished so far is coming. We've held weekly town hall meetings for the past half year, which are all available on YouTube. So far, we've had about 30 active contributors on D-Work, which is our Web3 Kanban board. There are 5 work groups right now. People are translating. There's a podcast work group. We've got a process guild, a marketing guild, and a treasury guild. And so far, we've distributed 120K AGIX tokens in the rewards. Right now, we're on a little holiday break, but the next town hall will be on January 3rd on 18 UTC. A couple of goals we're looking into for next year would have naturally be growing the program, getting more people involved. We're also looking to start live streaming the meetings, just straight onto YouTube. And something we also want to experiment with is decentralized control of the actual wallet, which does the distributions. So if you're interested in that side of things, yeah, please feel free to join any of the meetings on the Discord server. And also something we'll get going is actual live events, so local meetups to support that. And I'd like to finish with a final shout out to SingularityNET Swarm, which is actually a new initiative started by Catalyst Swarm. And coming Wednesday at 17 UTC, they will have a very first deep funding town hall. So do join that as well.
Thanks very much. I hope we get this one out by Wednesday at 1700 UTC. We've got a couple more videos coming in. Listen, I just want to say to you both what an incredible job you've done, and the rest of the marketing team, Ian, Mahai, Romy, Akshay, and all of the growth we've seen in this year. Again, you know, it's hard to believe we didn't have a community ambassador program, and now we have a thriving community ambassador program. We have got getting the loyalty reward program defined and out was your great passion, Peter, and the way you always put the community first, and the way you always take the voice of the community into our discussions, into our leadership, and challenge where you think we should be challenging, and focusing continuously on decentralization, and that authenticity is really inspiring, and we're very, very lucky to work with you. Thank you. And Hayley, such a joy so it was a joy to meet you both in person this year. Peter in London and in Lausanne, and Hayley in Seattle and in Denver. But the transformational impact you had on the AGI conference this year, Hayley, the feedback was, everybody just said marketing was transformed. The new website was amazing. The physical experience that people had at the conference was really fantastic. And of course, we had so much fun working till 1 a.m. building SingularityNET Street in Denver and doing our little dance. But you've had both a spiritual leadership to the community in your unerring. Hayley is the one person, nobody has ever seen Hayley even a tiny bit cross or a tiny bit stressed, which, considering the amount of work that you've achieved and everything you've achieved in this year, is phenomenal. So lots of achievements, great growth on Twitter and Discord of the community, lots of great engagements, and brilliant social media coming out of the team through this year and continuing to come out. We're starting our TikTok presence for Desdemona. We've got a whole series of Desdemona Christmas videos coming out this year, and we've really taken our marketing to a whole new level, and I'm very grateful to you both for everything that you've done, not just for SingularityNET Core, but also supporting every single one of the spin-offs through 2022. And in further commitment from SingularityNET to really beefing up our marketing capability, I'm really delighted to introduce, he's not going to give us a pod update today because he's only been here a couple of weeks, but coming in as our senior marketing consultant, Lewis Farrell. We're delighted Lewis joined us. Lewis has got a very strong caliber in both traditional marketing and then in crypto for the last 5 years, where he has developed a lot of expertise, a lot of connections, and is bringing a whole new range of tools and perspectives to SingularityNET and the ecosystem. So welcome, Lewis. Thank you so much for joining us in 2022.
Thank you. I'm really excited about the new year. Everyone that's contributed today, it's just amazing. The stories coming out, the developments that you've done in the last year. I mean, it's just going to act as this amazing foundation to just really power us into 2023. So I'm really excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lewis. Fantastic to have you on board. Right. So I think that is a wrap for the people here in the room today. As always, just to finish with some thoughts from us, which are thank you, everybody in the community. Thank you to everybody who comes up to me. I get so many people come up to me at conferences to say they watch this Insiders and appreciate it, and who just support us. Like I said at the beginning, the quiet ones, the noisy ones, the provocative ones, the every single one of you. We love you. We appreciate you. We are decentralized. We're committed to progressive decentralization right across our ecosystem. And we'll be seeing some really strong growth in that area in 2023, following the publication of our decentralization report this year and our plans for a couple of new decentralized entities in 2023. So wishing you all a peaceful, a beautiful and a joyous holiday. Those of you who are celebrating holidays and those of you who aren't celebrating holidays, or even if you are, keep watching SingularityNET, because we've got teams working right throughout the night, throughout the day, throughout the year to bring you exciting new developments at the very forefront of technology. And we're going to continue to do so. Tons and tons of news and exciting deliverables, MVPs, alphas, launches, all in store for us for Q1 2023, which I think is going to be the best quarter ever from a SingularityNET and deliverable perspective. So thank you all. Stay with us, stay tuned, share your comments below. Please do share, please do subscribe to the channel, and please keep on remembering the singularity will not be centralized.